Okay, so hi guys, it's MissLollypop and welcome back to another video from me, or welcome to my channel if you are new. So in today's video, we are actually doing a renovation of a new 100 Baby Challenge apartment that I've gone ahead and moved the family into. Now to begin with, this house actually cost about 20,000 simoleons as a deposit to put down. So I had to put some of that money down basically. So we had 60,000 simoleons, I put 20,000 to like purchase the apartment, but obviously it's not being purchased because we're renting it, and then I had 40,000 simoleons to furnish. Now just to give you the heads up, midway through we actually run out of money, which I kind of was expecting because this apartment is absolutely huge, which to be honest we needed a huge apartment for all the kids that we're having because the old apartment was just not enough. So I went ahead and bought a huge apartment, and I asked you guys midway through the video, right, which you'll kind of see it like randomly through this video, it'll like skip. There's certain times when I like it take too long to pick like a wallpaper or something, so I'll just skip that. So I'm trying to cut it down as much as possible because it did actually take me about 4.5 hours to do the whole apartment, which I know sounds absolutely terrible. I do apologize for that. Yeah, I struggle to build, so yeah, I just struggle to make decisions by myself. And normally in streams I can ask you guys, what do you think? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I didn't have the opportunity to do that, so I had to just pick everything myself, which I did, and I think I did an okay job. But yeah, either way, I asked you guys midway through. I basically said I was running out of money and I needed some money, you know, to finish renovating the house. I'd basically only renovated the kitchen, the living room, and like the downstairs area. I hadn't done any of the upstairs. And what you guys suggested is that we should go ahead and take out a loan. So I went ahead and took out a 25,000 simoleon loan, which Amber will have to pay back. I think she pays it back daily, but obviously she earns quite a lot of money from her YouTubing career and stuff. Obviously she does like SimsTube and stuff. So every Friday she makes quite a lot of money from that. So we're just gonna have to make sure that we budget correctly. And as long as we do that, I think we should be Gucci in terms of like, you know, money and stuff like that. So yeah, I think we're all good there. But actually the house or the apartment costs a lot to renovate. The apartment will be on the gallery as well. It's not up just yet, but you guys can go ahead and download it. Hopefully once I finish my stream in just a second, you guys will be able to go ahead and download this if you want to put it into your game. It is the IX Land Grab apartment, which I believe is just the same name in Sao Maishuno. It's a really, really lovely apartment, and yeah, it's 2 stories. There is no balcony, which, you know, I kind of gutted about. But there was no other apartments that were big enough that were like this that I could, you know, sort of fit into. And I didn't want to go with like a penthouse because I feel like Amber will definitely move one more time in her life, because I feel like she's definitely going to make more money. She's very successful. She's definitely made a lot of money in her lifetime already. And she's been a lot more successful than some of my other, you know, some of my other Sims that I've had. Like, oh, for example, the Sim that we had before, Kelsey, she earned quite a lot of money, but it was gradual. Whereas I feel like Amber's earned a lot of money already, like, you know, quite early on. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like she's going to move one more time. So we'll probably end up moving her to a penthouse as the last one. You know, like the one, like when we're finishing up, maybe when she turns into an adult, we'll sort of upgrade to like a penthouse, which I think would be really, really nice for her. But we can move on to that when it comes to it. Because honestly, it took me so long to decorate this house or apartment, sorry. So you can see that I'm currently working on the downstairs. I've just gone ahead and put in some pillars. I've added in quite a lot of like open space. I'm really trying to keep the whole floor open. There's obviously going to be a lot of kids running around. I want to try and keep it as open as possible. Honestly, a lot of the kids are probably going to stay up upstairs because they've got like a nursery and like a playroom up there. So most of the downstairs area is mainly for like the older kids to do their homework. We've got a massive dining table that you'll see that I'll put in a little bit later so that everyone can sit down and chill and eat together, which is really nice because in the old apartment there was no sitting down, chilling and eating together. In fact, the kids had to go and eat in their bedrooms because we didn't have enough room on the sofa. So we are in a lot better position here. We've got a massive table that everyone can share. We've got a living room as well. So when I was asking you guys like what sort of style I should do for this house, a lot of you said go for like a modern style and add like pieces of like bohemian into it. Now I went a bit too far with like the modern style and contemporary style, so there was a few little trickles of like bohemian that I've got in here, but a lot of it I've decorated with like more luxury products, if that makes sense. I definitely feel like someone who's quite bougie and rich would have to live here, and that's kind of how I see Amber. I definitely don't see Amber Amber moving more towards the bohemian. I definitely see her a little bit more towards this sort of style that I've done. So I'm quite happy that once I went ahead and finished the apartment, I definitely think that it would suit her. She's a lot different to Kelsey. Kelsey, I feel like she liked her styles, but Kelsey was a lot more baby oriented, whereas Amber, you know, she kind of just like has babies and then just gets on with her job and sort of just teaches them stuff because she has to. I feel like Amber probably it's not like she hasn't been the best mum, but I feel like out of choice, if she would have the choice to have all these children, she probably would say no, but she doesn't get a choice because I'm the god here. So I feel like if she had the choice, she probably wouldn't have as many kids as she does. She was definitely, I mean, the trait that she got given when she was first, like when she turned into a teenager, she got given the hate children trait, which we eventually went ahead and got rid of with some like lifetime reward points. But I definitely feel like that's carried on a little bit, and she's definitely a lot more she's a lot less maternal than like Kelsey was. So I feel like our house kind of represents that. This house is a lot less family friendly, baby friendly, like all the other houses that we had in the 100 Baby Challenge are. And I kind of like it that way because I think it definitely suits her. There's obviously rooms for all the kids to go into. They've all got like all of their playthings that they can use. You know, they've got everything that they need in there. But in general, the house is a lot more, it's a lot more function towards like Amber and not so much towards the children, which in a 100 Baby Challenge, sometimes it's nice to sort of, I feel like if you go downstairs, it's like, oh, it's a really, really nice apartment, and then you go upstairs and you're like, oh my god, what the hell is happening up here when there's like 4 cribs in one room and then 4 toddler beds in one room. It literally just looks like this woman's like had so many kids, but she has, so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, as you can see, I did a slight bohemian style in the living room, which I do really like. I think it looks more of a comfy living room, and I was thinking that a lot of the kids are going to spend time in here like watching TV, so I did try to do it a little bit more family friendly. But a lot of the other rooms, for example like Amber's room is very, very modern and like bougie, and like she has her own walk-in wardrobe and definitely not as family friendly. She also has a sign outside of her bedroom, which you guys will see when I put it in. It says private room, because I was thinking that like she's going to be like, you know, guys, don't come into the room. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, obviously she's got a lot of men around. She has a lot of men around. You know, you're not going to be making babies if there's no men around. So I kind of feel like that was just like a little funny joke that I put in, and I hope you guys like that as well. It was really cute. But the living room was like the first place I decorated, and then I sort of just went with whatever style I feel like fit the apartment. So as you can see, I put in like a lot of brick on the walls, and we've used a lot of like warm tones. We've used like greys, which isn't very warm. Okay, good job, Lauren. We've used a lot of like creams, browns, things like that. You'll see gradually. Obviously the brickwork that we've got in here is a combination of like green, oh my god, brown, brown, yellow and reds. So quite like, you know, quite warm tones. And then we've incorporated a few like greys and things, and blacks, because I feel like that is very modern looking. And overall, I'm definitely proud of the apartment. It took me a while, but everything takes me a while. I mean, you guys know who I am. I'm like Miss Indecisive. Like I should change my name to that. I'm not Miss Lollipop anymore. I'm Miss Indecisive. But yeah, it's a bad trait of mine, and I definitely need to get over that, because I'm trying to work on a save file. And imagine you're trying to work on a save file and you can't even decide on a bed for like 20 minutes. Like, I kid you not, I was like midway through like, you know, editing this video, and I realized that I spent like 20 minutes deciding on a bed. But you guys won't be able to tell that because I've cut it all out. But if this was actually real, there's a reason that it took me 4.5 hours, and the bed, like the whole thing wasn't even that many rooms. It kind of makes sense when I watched the footage back, and I realized it took me like half an hour to decide on a bed. Oh my god, how embarrassing. Anyways, we're in the middle of doing the kitchen. So the kitchen, as you can see, I've had to enclose it a little bit more. It was going to be very open, but because I wanted to fit in the dining room at the side, and I wanted the dining room to be quite cozy, because I know that obviously Amber would like, you know, she has a lot of friends that turn up just randomly, so I feel like that's probably going to continue even in the new apartment. So I wanted to make sure that she could like host guests and, you know, have parties if she wants to. So we have a massive kitchen, because obviously she does a lot of cooking for all the kids as well. And eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to get like a butler or a maid in. Well, we've already got a maid. We've already got like a scheduled maid that comes Sims in every day to clean, but hopefully we can get like a butler, and then the butler can stay here permanently and they can go and like clean and make all the foods for the babies, because I don't think there's anything that it says in the rules against that. So if I can have that, I'm definitely going to hire a butler and have them in here. But I don't think she's on that sort of money just yet. I mean, I know she makes quite a lot of money from her Sims Tube stuff, but I feel like she definitely needs to be on a little bit more money before we can afford a butler, because they are expensive. So yeah, maybe when she gets a little bit more money, we can sort of upgrade to the butler. But I'd say, all in all, I'm definitely proud of the house. Sorry, apartment. I'd say that the kitchen is probably one of my favourite places, like one of my favourite rooms that I've decorated. I really like the nursery, which you'll see as we move upstairs. Those are some of my like favourite rooms that I've done. I tried to include as much clutter as possible, because I felt like, even though she, you know, it would kind of be that like, this house is kind of like a show house, isn't it? It's like very, very showy, and like, you know, like she's showing off with it, which she can. She's got fair amount of money, so she can show off with it. But I just feel like yeah, I don't know, I just feel like I did really well, especially with the kitchen, and I spent a lot of time like sort of, you know, adding clutter and just trying to make it look as lived in as possible, because there will be children in here. So there's a fair amount of clutter, but I tried not to like overdo it where you couldn't walk anywhere, because obviously there's going to be a lot of Sims in this house. At some points in the series, we normally have about 12 Sims in the household, so I just wanted to make sure that I made sure that there was going to be enough room in this house to fit 12 Sims. And then at one time, you know, all the kids are going to be crying that they want a bottle, or that they want food, and they're going to come crying into the kitchen, so I needed to make sure it was big enough to fit all the kids in. So hopefully I did that. But yeah, definitely proud of the kitchen. We've got like that island, as you can see, like in the middle. So on the island is basically just for like aesthetic purposes. There's, you know, a few different things in it. So, you know, it's sort of basically like cupboards. So I was thinking, well, because there isn't that many cupboards at the top, because there's a lot of windows, I kind of wanted to fill this like island up with a bunch of different things that would make the, you know, make the house look a bit more lived in, make it look like it was as realistic as possible, because right now there was like no cupboard space for anything other than the ones at the top to the, you know, to the right, as you can see. So I was like, yeah, let me add in like a little breakfast bowl. So as you can see there, like I've got like a little breakfast bowl and like a milk pourer, because I can imagine the kids will wake up in the morning and start like working on, you know, making some breakfast. Probably like the teenagers will like make food for the babies and stuff eventually when we get the teenagers. Thank God. I'm hoping that they come along soon, honestly, because we need some teenagers in here to start taking care of the kids. It's just, yeah, Amber's struggling by herself. So as soon as the kids age up from, you know, children to teenagers, they can start helping out around the house. So as you can see, I'm adding in a little bit more clutter. So I was trying to be very wary of the money to begin with, because like when I first started doing this build, I didn't actually decide if I wanted to like I didn't decide if I wanted to, you know, sort of take out a loan. So I was trying to use like the 40,000 to renovate the whole entire apartment, which I then realized that once I decorated the whole apartment, or the half of the apartment, or whatever I did, that 45,000 or 40,000 that we started off with wasn't going to be enough, which you guys then went ahead and said, like, just go ahead and, like, you know, take out a nice little loan, have Amber pay it off, she makes enough money, and we'll just sort of do it like that. Because you guys said that you felt that Amber would definitely have an apartment that she, you know, she definitely want to move into an apartment that was kind of like furnished the way that she wanted it done, and like half furnished, so that we just have to gradually fill it in. Now, I did this with my other series, so like season 1, and a lot of you guys agreed with it, you know. Basically, the way that the loan works is a mod in the game. You still have to pay it back, and you actually have to pay it back with interest. So, for example, if you owe like 25,000, by the end of the term of you paying it back, like obviously you pay it back like daily. You might pay like £1,000, 1,000 simoleons out for like 25 days, right? Well, because you took out 25,000 simoleons, you're going to have to pay like maybe 1,200 back. So every day you'll pay an extra £200 on top. So you'll pay interest on top. So you might end up paying like, you know, a few £1,000s in interest because of the fact that you took out a loan, which is the way that it works in real life, which is the way that I like to do it. So I went ahead and sort of made that, you know, the same as like real life. You know, you'll have to pay it back, but, you know, gradually. So I was definitely happy with that one. As you can see, I've moved on to the bathroom as well. So the bathrooms, I put in a lot of shower and baths. We need baths for the toddlers, so I wanted to make sure we had baths in around here. But also showers are like the quickest one to have for all the kids in the morning. So to begin with, this house started off with 4 bathrooms. So there was 2 downstairs and 2 upstairs. Yeah, 2 upstairs. So there's like 2 master bath. There's 3 master bathrooms, and then there was going to be 1 ensuite to the teenagers room. And then because everything happened and because I realised that Amber was going to need like a study, because I didn't really want to put her recording setup in her room like it was. I wanted to give her her own room to do that. I turned one of the bathrooms into like a study area for her. So not the one in the corner over to the left, like the one behind us, so the one that's sort of attached to the bedrooms. That one ends up turning into a study, and we sort of add like a little walkway to it. But to be honest, I think three
bathrooms is going to be enough. If eventually I need to change it so that all the bathrooms are like little cubicles, like the showers, if I need to make it so that like in university, like when you sort of have like cubicles for the showers, if we run out of room and I need to have enough showers, I might end up doing that in the morning, just so that nobody freaks out because their brother's showering and they don't want to see them showering, which I can relate to. I wouldn't want to see my brother showering either. So to sort it out, I'll put like little cubicle bathrooms in there, or little stools, and showers that are more enclosed so they can all shower in the same like vicinity of each other. You get what I mean? Yeah, hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. But I think 3 bathrooms should be enough to begin with, at least. I don't think we're going to have that many people showering like every single time they get up. And hey, some of the kids are just going to have to go to school dirty. So, like maybe they can have a shower in the morning, or maybe we'll do like half and half. So maybe some of them can have a shower in the morning and then some of them can have a shower in the evening, and we can sort of like do it like that. Like they have a shower before school. So yeah, maybe we can sort it out like that. But, okay, I've moved on to the nursery. Well, I'm pretty far into the nursery, but the nursery is pretty much one of my favourite places in this house. I just love the way that I decorated it. I think it looks absolutely adorable. You can see that the nursery cribs are like back to back, so I can imagine obviously the kids sort of lining up against each other. I'm added in some like cute little like nursery text. As you can see, I'm putting it down here. What is that on the wall? I could not tell you what that is on the wall. You see that like little lump that's coming out? Like I'm trying to write nursery and it's right in the way. And to be able to center nursery up with the middle of the room, it gets right in the way. So I had to move nursery up into where the shelves are and sort of put it in between it like I'm doing now. But that really bothered me, that there was just a random like pole or something out there. It looks like it's coming through the other apartments. The other apartment that's connected to us, it looks like an item or something has pushed through too far and it's come through the wall. But I haven't renovated any other apartments. Like everything else is EA friendly, if that makes sense. I haven't changed anything like in the 100 Baby Challenge save. So that must just be like an EA bug or an EA item that's coming, too far through. But whatever, I just moved it up. I'm sure that it's not really going to bother me that much. Oh, look at these cute little pillows that I'm adding to the nursery. Okay, so I gave every crib like a little pillow, and I also gave every crib a little toy, because I feel like obviously each like baby might want to grow up with like a little toy. So just as like a little sentimental thing, I've added in like a bunny on one, added in a little panda on one of them, and one of the like toys that I've added in, you guys will see it in a second. So I'm trying to size things down because I was running out of animals to put in, so I was just trying to get an idea. So I put in the bunny there, I put in the panda on here. Look at what I put in here, a bloody effigy. Do you see that? Like, what is that? I didn't realize how creepy it was until I went back in the screenshot and I looked at it and I was like, what have I put in that nursery? Imagine the kid wakes up from sleeping and wakes up to that. Honestly, it would set any baby off crying. I was like, oh god, I made a mistake putting that one in. So might have to change that eventually, because that I wouldn't want to grow up with that animal, to be honest. But I suppose kids are like, babies don't necessarily think of it like that. I don't think they'd actually be scared. We're scared because it looks scary to us. It looks like something out of oh, what is that movie? Is it Castaway? Where he turns the football and he sticks like palm trees out the top of it and sticks like has a face on it, and he calls it like Wilson. That's it. Hold on, my boyfriend's talking. my boyfriend knew which one I was talking about. He calls it Wilson. I feel like that's kind of what it looks like, except obviously it's not a football. Does it look like that? I don't know. It probably doesn't, but that's kind of the way that I see it. But I feel like kids wouldn't necessarily be scared of that. We just got like weird connotations towards it. So yeah, maybe that's why. Right, we've moved on to the playroom. Now, I call it the playroom. It's technically the toddler's bedroom, but because it's the biggest room in the house and has the most amount of toys in it, I ended up just turning it into a playroom. So it doesn't just have things for toddlers in it, it has things for children. There's a bunch of like children's musical items. There's a bunch of like, dolls that you can go up there and talk to for social skills. There's just basically a bunch of like skill building objects and things that are up there in the room, because there's not going to be enough room in the children's and the teenagers' bedroom downstairs, as you will see, like as we gradually move on to it. there just really is not going to be enough room in them. So I went ahead and just basically put a lot of the skill building items in here, and it ended up working. But this is me editing that little walkway. I decided that that could no longer be a bathroom, and it was now going to be a study. I also needed a study because I realized that I was running out of money. So at this point, I've made a study, and I was like, I also need to make sure that I put a laptop in here, because right now Amber was having to walk away to like, she was having to go to like a library or something just to be able to use a computer, because that desk that she's got there, like with the big computer on it and the massive lights, that doesn't work like a normal computer. It only works like an actual studio thing. So I decided that I was gonna have to put in like an actual computer, because I wasn't gonna subject the poor darling to go to a library every single time she wanted to use a computer. So I just went ahead and bought her a computer and put it in there. So it kind of looks like it's connected. I used a glass table. I was trying to find something that looks like it connected. I cut all of that bit out because honestly it took me, I'm pretty sure this bit also took me about 20 minutes to find the right desk to go in there. Like, you guys know I'm just so indecisive. Whenever we do like building streams, like you guys are like, Lauren, just pick an item, for God's sake, just move on. And I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to this game specifically that I can't move on until I feel like I have completed it to the best of my ability. I feel like I just can't move on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I furnished this to, probably not necessarily to the best of my ability. I probably could have gone with a better style instead of just going in and sort of just throwing everything together. But I definitely like how it came out in the end. I definitely think that it suits Amber, like, as a person. There's a bunch of different rooms, like for example the study that we're in now. I've made it quite bright and airy, although I've included a bunch of like blacks because obviously, you know, I wanted to tie it in with the rest of the house. I feel like that is like a happy place. She loves to make videos, so I was trying to keep the room really airy and bright. So I've used a lot of blues, cyans. You can see there's flowers on the floor because obviously she does really love going to the beach and stuff. She picks up a lot of men from the beach, so we use a lot of, like, you know, I tried to make every room sort of represent something. So like her bedroom is like her sanctuary. It's like the, you know, place she takes men and stuff like that. So, you know, that place is like really sexy looking and like really sophisticated, whereas the study is like her happy place. You know, it's really bright and fun. And it's, you know, it's got her shoes in it, it's got a bag in it. I feel like she would have just come in and be like, oh, I'm so excited to record a video, or, you know, do a video or something, or she needs to do a video, and she just, you know, throws off her shoes and puts her bag down by her desk. So yeah, I think that goes pretty well. So now we've moved on to Amber's bedroom, as you can see. So I went ahead and sort of partitioned this bedroom into a bedroom and a walk-in wardrobe. So you'll see I add in like a wall, and past the wall is the walk-in wardrobe, and I added in 2 arches to sort of get into there on either side. And then the bed's sort of positioned in the middle. Then she's got a fireplace in her room. Her room is just absolutely stunning, honestly. Any girl would love her bedroom. Like, you tell me you wouldn't. Oh, it looks so good. The walk-in wardrobe, I'm all over. Like, what? I know it sounds weird to say that the walk-in wardrobe is one of my favorite rooms, but it really is. I feel like I took so much time with like picking out all the decorations to go in there. So you'll see, like, as I move on to it, I sort of made it like look really fun. So I added in a lot of like colored lights. Like, she has these big like nightclub lights like on the sides of the wall. That like illuminate pink, so it's a really, really nice color in there. There's like a pink haze, but then there's also a bunch of mirrors, because obviously when you're getting ready, you know, she's gonna be getting ready to go out on the town and impress the men, and, you know, pick up men to find to reproduce, because, you know, that's the whole point of this whole challenge. So I was kind of making it like her place where she can get ready and feel sexy, and, you know, go and put on a bunch of clothes and look really cute. So, and I can imagine she would definitely have a lot of designer clothes like this. Yeah, for sure. I mean, she does a lot of fashion videos as well, so I feel like she would get sent a lot of like designer clothes to try on, or for like PR and stuff, you know, when she's doing her Sims 2 videos. So I feel like that would definitely make sense to decorate, you know, this room like that. You'll see, as well as having these like hanging ones that came with the Machino pack, I also went ahead and used a lot of custom content in this build, a lot of custom content. So yeah, if you guys go ahead and download it, you probably be missing a lot of the content. But if you want to go ahead and ask me if where a specific object is from, or, you know, where's the kitchen counters from, or anything like that, you can go ahead and let me know in the description below. And if you want a full CC list, I'm sure I'll be able to release that as well, but just not right now, just because it's taken me so long to edit this video and get it all done. Yeah, it literally, because I had to like render the video so that I could talk over the top of it, like so that I can watch it and talk over it at the same time. I had to leave it overnight to render because basically 5 hours worth of footage to speed up to like 600 times because it needed to like not be too long, even though the video is like 35 minutes, which I apologize for, but it's because it took me so long to build. So yeah, it ended up being a huge job in the end, and yeah, I apologize that it took me so long to render that, but I had to render it overnight, and then when I came back to it in the morning, it was still like just nearly finished. I imagine I left it for like 6 hours of sleeping because, you know, a normal person sleeps for 6 hours, right? And then I wake up and I come to it and it's like literally like just finishing, and I was like, I can't believe it took that long to render. So yeah, eventually I managed to get it all sorted. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the apartment tour, or the rest of the apartment. There is a bunch of screenshots at the end, so if you don't want to go ahead and watch the rest of the apartment while I don't talk over it, I know there's a lot of people that like get bored, don't really want to just watch the video without somebody talking over the top of it. You can just go ahead and skip until the end because there is a bunch of screenshots. So if you just want to see like the final product, you can always go ahead and skip to that. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy. Go ahead and let me know what you think of the apartment, whether you think it suits Amber, and we'll be playing in it in the next episode of the 100 Baby Challenge, so that'll be coming next week, which I'm really excited to playtest because I'm sure that there's going to be a few things in here that aren't going to work. But yeah, go ahead and let me know what you guys think of the apartment. We'll move on downstairs in a second, like to the teenagers' room and the children's room as well. And I cut out a few of the bathrooms, so you guys won't see me decorate those. Those are decorated, but it's just because they're basically exactly the same decorations on the inside, and you guys will see it in the series. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here, and I really hope you guys enjoy the rest of this, and I hope you enjoyed the apartment and you think that I did an okay job, and hopefully I impressed you with my okay building skills, or decorating skills, should I say. I'm not an interior designer, I warn you, but I really did try my best, and it took me hours to decide on anything, so hopefully that means a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off here, and I hope you guys enjoy. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to go ahead and see any more videos from me. Leave a like on the video, and I will speak to you in the next one. And yeah, I love you all. Bye guys.
Can't take my eyes off, can't take my eyes off, can't take my eyes off. You got devotion, dance in slow motion. My eyes can't help looking at you right now. So much emotion, just pick your poison. Is every move you make even allowed? Can't get enough. I try my best to look away, but I can't stop. Am I a freak to you? We almost touch. I feel your body move my way, you're close enough. So I say, can't take my eyes on you. You were all I see. Can't take my eyes on you. You know what I mean. Can't take my eyes on you. You were all I see. Can't take my eyes on you. Take my eyes on you. Yeah. Can't take my eyes off. Can't take my eyes off. Can't take my eyes off. Can't take my eyes on you. Can't take my eyes off. 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 Making heads turn, you make my heart burn. It's like I'm awake inside of a dream. You're getting closer, night's almost over. I might just ask you to leave now with me. Can't get enough.